Hey guys, it is beautiful weather outside. You don't see it because you're blown out. My goodness. Actually, I shaved this morning because I felt like a hobo and I feel kind of nasty actually. The last couple of days I felt like shit because of all the stress and my stomach was upset. And of course I've been eating terribly. A lot of sugar and stuff, especially during the wedding. And that creates one of those food babies. And my goal for the next 2 weeks is to get rid of that because we actually already have a flight booked in 2 weeks. Which is good, which makes me excited. It's currently over Atlanta, but I have to get to Düsseldorf first, the same airport that Sarah flew out of. And apparently the airport at Atlanta should be a lot nicer than Philadelphia. And a hell of a lot cheaper when we played. And if you don't know me in person, well, I'm kind of a competitive player when it comes to games. Even if I'm not good at them, I will try my best to win. Mostly fair. Yeah, I love competitive games. Doesn't matter what it is, I will try to win, no matter what. Even if I can't win, I will try to win. Yeah! You can notice that, especially after yesterday, everything is fine. There has to happen something really awful for me to feel or act like bad day.
I was too slow, otherwise I would have shown you the better. Just hides down there, and every time I walk in he's like, oh my god, food, food. So he's swimming up there and then he's fighting. See, there, he tries to escape and then he gets sucked back and stuff. So everybody's excited. You already had food twice today. I'm saying good night now, bye.
Well, these are actually much sexier than those. If there's one thing awful, it's like wearing other people's shoes. I already hate when someone has to borrow mine. Let alone that, like, how many people have worn these? Hundreds? Minimum? I suck at bowling. I need to warm up really bad. Like, he already does really great. Actually, you don't already scored a strike, and I may have hit 3 gutter balls. No fancy tricks for me tonight. Also, I dropped the GoPro, so maybe we can have some cool shots.
We still haven't recovered everything. It's still running for at least 10 hours. Earlier it said like 16 hours, it's down to 10, which is a good sign, so it's, I guess, actually working. I'm not sure if we will find the project. I hope so. Fingers crossed, we will see tomorrow. But I finished my duties for today and I'm going home. I thought let's bring the GoPro today, so I'm trying to do this. We'll see how it turns out. We have like 2 hours, so... And I'm not really doing that well today. The second round it'll be much better. That's what Sarah always says. The second round I will kick ass. Well, she does, so now I have to make it true. I don't know the song, but it sounds pretty much like Block Party. Right? 2 more years, Block Party, not Arcade Fire. Block Party, yes.
Since he scored for me, it's time for us to do the Fred Flintstone thing. The children's tag. Come! Come! Even kijken hoor. Even kijken, even kijken. Let's see. That should be... Yeah! Here it goes. Bum, ba da da dum dum. It could still happen though. Ah! Well, you suck at bowling. We just turned off the barriers on the side that they use for kids, for Alex. So I'm very, very curious how he reacts.
Maar hij ging nog niet raak.
Even with the berries on.
Nee, dat was verkeerd.
I didn't end up going to the gym like I wanted to. Instead of finish kind of legends, not legends, heroes of cosplay. If you can't sleep because you're waiting for Jurre to come out of the embassy or consulate, then you kind of keep on watching and watching and watching. So I just finished the last 2 episodes, I think, and I'm so inspired. I mean, obviously they turned and twisted and are like, oh my god, will she make it to the competition? And then she runs and she's there the last second. Or like the batteries, they just fail the second they walk on stage and so on. They built in this moment. The thing is, if you're doing videos yourself and if you kind of structure shows and other stuff, you kind of know what's going on. So subtract that, take what's there. I mean, sometimes I'm like sitting there, I'm like, really? It's like You just told her to say that, so you kind of can include that. And I'm pretty sure Yaya wouldn't talk to that person normally. You're just doing it for the show. Because normally you would not get in touch with that cosplayer. But it's fine. It's okay. We can't actually afford to go to Dragon Con, but it's the only convention this year I really want to go. I mean, I always want to go to Comic Con in San Diego, and obviously there's a New York Comic Con and what I didn't know, a New Orleans one, which actually has 2 competitions. And I never thought about competing, but the thing is, I see what they use for materials, and I always was maybe a bit like looking down at people that use those materials, because I come from a city where you actually try to be as authentic as possible, use the right materials, so would never use a glue gun, you would never use a zipper, and so on, because that didn't exist in medieval times. On the other hand, maybe you have to treat it a bit more loosely, because some materials, even if they might have existed, they would probably look a bit more rougher than we produce it nowadays, and definitely no sewing machines, so you would have hand sewed and blah blah and here and there. But yeah, at least I'm trying to be accurate with the cuts and the patterns and so on. I just realized a lot of people are actually doing cosplay, like they look at like a comic or a drawing or something of a specific character and they try to make it as accurate as possible. What I wanted to say is, I am pretty good with original costumes because I just go along with what I have and put more stuff on or less and choose fabrics and make something out of it.
I'm not entirely sure if drinking is actually the proper way of doing it. I'm not throwing any better sometimes, although I just threw a strike. Caveman. Like the little kids that we are, we're going to play games. Like adults. Ooh, I like this. I seriously cannot wait to play with Sarah. Do you guys remember the time that we were in London and we did competitive DDR? Too bad this machine doesn't work, because that was awesome. Here can we observe the smoking area. It's a special breed of people, they're socializing even though they don't know each other. See? They notice us. Just keep still, keep still. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
They're coming close.
They seem friendly enough though.
So maybe in a freestyle category I would be pretty good. On the other hand, right now I'm looking into an armor for Sif. Is that how you pronounce her? So from Thor 2, which I love because that would flatter my figure. On the other hand, obviously, steel would be too heavy. I've never worked with aluminium. That could work. Maybe I just should start using glue guns and foam and wobbler. I do have wobbler downstairs. And then again, there are like those lazy costumes where I'm like, meh. For example, Doctor Who. As much as I love Doctor Who, most costumes are just like, oh yeah, let's put on some pants, a bow tie, and a jacket, whatever, you know. And often people just buy that stuff, so they don't make it themselves. And I kind of like that crafty aspect of cosplay.
Of course, we end up at the McDonald's. It's like 5 seconds away from the bowling alley. Where is the Ewok? There is the Ewok.
There is the Ewok. I can't see. Oh, you're filming. Hi.
Hi.
How was your bowling?
It was fun. I sucked at it, but it was fun. No,
That's good. That's better for me when you're coming here because I haven't played in ages.
Yeah, I know. I still made second place, like with 10 points difference, but
I suck, but I still made second place. You suck.
well, I didn't really bowl that great, but still, I did okay. And then she was stuck.
What was your highest score?
I think that I broke the 110 or something.
That's cool.
In one game, yeah. I mean, in total, I was at 290 something.
Okay. And then you went to McDonald's, huh?
Because I could.
Yeah. So our recovery is still running for at least 10 hours.
Yep.
We'll see. At least it finds something, so it's okay. So, yeah, Lisa also asked just now, and she's like, despite all the stuff, crazy stuff that happened yesterday, awesome news. So she was really excited that you're coming.
People better be. Otherwise you're a dick if you say like, meh. Oh, she's broken again.